All right, it's time for Overrated, Underrated here on Canucks Central. Let's get to it. Hit the music. All right, overrated, underrated, or perfectly rated. It's pretty simple. Don't need to explain it every time. You give us a topic, we decide if it's overrated, underrated, or, on the off chance that we want to be Switzerland, it's perfectly rated.
Yeah, I like that. Switzerland is good.
I'd love to go to Switzerland, by the way.
It looks beautiful, by the way.
It does look beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
I think it's underrated, if you were to say.
As a destination?
If you were to, like, rate Switzerland in any way?
I'd probably agree. I mean, I guess not, because isn't it always ranked one of the best places in the world to live?
I guess so.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
So those who know, I guess.
I would imagine a ski lift ticket in Switzerland is cheaper than it is in Whistler, though.
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, no, that's pretty expensive.
Switzerland is...
It's
got
bougie.
some good mountains.
Didn't we have this discussion once, and then people started texting in and like showing
Yeah.
us all the prices for Switzerland, the Swiss Alps, and how expensive it is?
But you can, like, ski from Switzerland to Italy in the same run, you know? That's kind of fun.
Is it
I'm
worth
gonna
it?
ski over, have a spro in Italy, and then ski back.
Just some, like, shack on the side of a mountain, some guys making pasta and spros. Sounds great. All right, let's get to some actual submissions.
Okay,
That's the spros.
we will start with this one. Overrated or underrated? Loading up Hughes and Hronek on the Canucks top pair.
Oh, I mean, I like the results, but overrated eventually.
I don't know. I say underrated because honestly, like you see Quinn do things. Well, he always does incredible things, but like it unlocks a version of him that we haven't seen before
Yeah.
when they're together.
Is
And
he
like,
more confident to do
Yeah.
certain things on the ice?
I think so, and you see
Because
it.
he knows he's got more of a safety net?
You see it through a number of plays where it's not like he will cheat, but he won't be afraid of making a read.
Right.
And oftentimes he kind of look. You know how Roman Yossi, we refer to him as like a fourth forward in many ways, and he's kind of a rover. He's always kind of joining the attack and pushing the attack forward. Well, a big reason why he can do that is not only because he's talented. He usually has a partner that can hold things down, which allows him to do that. And Quinn did parts of that at times with Chris Tanev, but he wasn't quite as aggressive with Luke Schenn. It was more steady in how they kind of supported each other. He was always there, available. How often was he available for Luke Schenn? Yeah. Always. He was always there for an easy pass that Luke could make to him, which meant you're taking some back from yourself, right? So now where he's pushing a bit more and he's joining the attack and many times looks like the guy creating chances, creating the rush, creating zone entries, and creating, offensive sequences. I think that's just something that he hasn't been able to do as much as he's doing this year. And to me, letting special players do special things is what it all comes down to.
As long as they can continue to find ways to make it work outside of that pair, then I guess it can work. But it feels like they're just trying to get through time until they're able to bring back Ethan Bear and add him to the group, and then maybe you've got a little bit more. Yeah, then maybe you've got a little bit more depth to deal with.
Yeah, if you go Cole and Bear, you might be able to survive with that.
Yeah. All right, it's going to be interesting, but the upside is like they still haven't been scored against on the ice. The numbers are pretty heavily favoring the Canucks when Hughes and Hronek are on the ice. So I can see why it's hard to go away from it when it works as well as it does.
All right, next one is overrated, underrated, NHL Frozen Frenzy.
We didn't get to watch a ton of it, but I did actually read into all that went behind the Frozen Frenzy and everything that ESPN put into the process. I think it's good for the NHL to have nights or stories that sort of highlight something that they are doing to gain a casual audience. It was still, is there ever a perfect night on the calendar? I don't know, but maybe I wouldn't choose NBA opening night. And the other part of this is you don't need to stagger the starts when you have all 16 teams playing. Or sorry, all 32 teams playing. You could stagger the starts on a night where there's 4 games. That might actually be better, because how many of us are watching 5 games at once? Not many. So I like the idea, but overrated on the first try for the NHL Frozen Frenzy?
I think that with hockey, and maybe this is with other sports as well, anytime somebody does something new or something new comes out, there's this big urge to like, oh, why did you not do it on a better night? Like, oh, the stats site sucks. Oh, this is so bad. The NHL's so behind. It feels like a reflex reaction to everything that happens in the NHL, I find.
Everything sucks.
It's always that reaction. Oh, look at this league again. Oh, it can't get out of its own way. And oftentimes it's true, right? I will say, oftentimes it's true. But I think it's positive. Like you're trying new things, and I think ESPN clearly has a big say in these types of decisions, and they want to have interesting content. And I think they should try these things out. It peaked at almost 1 million viewers in ESPN in the U.S., which isn't bad for hockey. They're averaging about close to 500,000 viewers, which looks minuscule compared to NFL numbers. But for ESPN and where they're trying to grow the game, it's not bad. And you got to start somewhere. And I think sometimes, we're just so quick to like crap on new things and different ideas in hockey.
All right.
This next one, last one for. All right.
I don't have much of a response. I'm just gonna say all right.
It's all right.
I like the idea, by the way. I do think it's always going to be hard to be as good as Red Zone, but
yeah,
try things and see if it works.
I mean, look, why can't we just like on a regular night where there's a bunch of games? Hey, Chicago Blackhawks are on a power play. Let's go to see what Connor Bedard's about to do.
I think it's great.
Like that's more the Red Zone for hockey than I think what Frozen Frenzy kind of was.
Mm-hmm. We'll do this last one for YouTube. Halloween parties, overrated or underrated?
Honestly, Halloween parties are really underrated. They're great. They're fantastic.
Underrated.
They're great. Yeah,
I feel like I've grown out of them. I don't know.
No, if you have like a house party with people like they can be really fun. They can be really fun. Now I haven't been to one in I'd say a decade, but the last time I went to one, I had a blast. It's like the most fun I've had in a long time. And I was never big on going to clubs or anywhere for Halloween or New Year's. I find it it's just such a pain in the ass, honestly. Like I have no time for it. Even then I was annoyed by it. But a good house party, people have fun, do interesting things. Yeah, it's good. A good house party is always underrated.
Yeah.
No matter what the theme is.
I'm not going to a Halloween party. Are you going to a Halloween party?
No,
this
like
weekend?
I said, it's been a while.
No, Josh.
I am.
You are
going out to Chilliwack on Saturday.
Okay.
Get
we need the deets.
I'm not giving you
by
the
the way,
address.
Are you going to Travis Kelce?
By the way, I just want to say overrated Halloween parties. But please share your costume with us.
So I am. I know both of you guys have watched The Bear on Disney Plus, I guess.
Yes, quite good.
Very good show.
I've tried the. I've made the spaghetti in the season finale of season 1.
Oh, very good.
Haven't tried making the omelet though from season 2, which also looks quite good.
Yeah, I've heard that's good. I'm going as the omelet. No, I'm going as the main character, Carmi.
So
I'm just wearing an apron and white shirt, black pants, and then my fiance has a bear costume. She's wearing that, so we're both going to be bears, but different bears.
You are the bear, and she's just a bear.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Hoping people get it.
That sounds like the most.
It's very niche.
So you're just wearing a white T-shirt, Josh. That's essentially what you're doing.
And an apron.
What are you going to splash some spaghetti sauce on yourself, or
people might think you're trying to be Salt Bae or something if you wear sunglasses.
It's a multi-purpose costume. I don't know what to tell you.